Mário Felipe, povoação de Madonga, distrito de Xangamo. E hinanina eu ateto kanga heazugu utuma ku a partir nya ulu wengezela ku tão regaradisa ku sanana sisidzebwe kumyaga ya nasibu. Agora retrasar de meio nyana inyabona que vale a pena então. Janana nya jana tanto ni janana jakona nya jokotana. Jiri jino tsukajirare orde nasubujiri ma myaga nya 18 anos. Então henarana população ya Tsavo, a people ya Tsavo ya Anzonani Hibanyagu. Então, está apresentar Batsani, como o líder em religioso, a Tsavo Tuvale, no Comitê de Proteção de Criança, Regunayo Gumo. Então, reapresentar o Chitumugumo na U. A Wakawanga, Yeisa Nayo, o Hinga Unga, Vamanidi na Wagujimbia, Watsapu, Anani Mimba, or Amari Mimba. Majisanga jiraka saisa kisi. Batania kuna kuona kwa tinya bangi. Então, sana estudo ilinya kubali sana srom sanana watu wa Kongolo wa Vovo. Então kukoka kubali wanakuelewa giritari nguzi. Então leo ngasajire anapojitoni agumanga nya kujininda sigire rambe. Jana na jirijo ngasijire zoito anshi. Nagimbia na wapula ku usiwani senga jiro fulani. Kanyibutu ya ono ine na nyigira suluso. Então, por isso henanina yo nya kutrasar karatu nya kuntang hongra ya taraula ngoma uli kukoka aba watanganisa komite zabu zili religioso hatabo hitangana hebula kisu kumaneka na releyo hebula kuchiyo hatabo para kumogo kufanana kunisanana isinyasadzana semaneka na sirigambe kumogo ni mabhuru ni wakongolo para kupasa kumpamaneka ni zilinda nanga sirisanana janana nya jadzana jina ndiretu ni kubula ni papayo wacho para kukombisa kuti programa para idinido itu tikiti jakudandia para futuro yako kozo jembe asambara kuwami kusuko takubula una predero garo mana mimba ohongo anunguru gatinunguru janan kasivalir kuchukongo gatino emprego hongo gatino tupuda managana ukazar ku 30 anos nazi preparar de vida yaye chisi koteka kuchisi chapre quanto tu Moçambique que se se preparar para então tomar isso que tu tinha na nayo na Gucaratunguto comitê de proteção como alguns religiosos como alguns líderes de tração a tabu tu a coisa que Gucaratunguto e que na beira cama. Thank you very much.
Well, hello. So I'm going to, in few words, summarize what the community leader here was sharing. So his name is Mario Felipe from Donga locality.
We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right. So what I'm saying is that the community leader here, Mario Philippe, was sharing some of the ideas that they have to for their action plan. So what they've decided that they are going to do is that
we still can't hear you. If you
and what about now?
The mic, please. Yeah.
The mic is on. So I don't know if you can hear me now. Hello? Okay, fine. So the community leaders have a number of activities that they are going to carry out to put in practice their action plan. One of them is that once they've identified the early marriage cases in their communities, so what they are going to do is invite all members of the community together with also the perpetrators, and in the light of the law regarding eliminating early marriage in the country, showing that that is a bad practice, and explaining the community that such perpetrator was misbehaving. He shouldn't have proceeded that way. And that is a way of discouraging perpetrators to keep on engaging themselves on early marriages with the young girls. So that's one of the things that they're going to do. The other activity they are planning is that of involving in their meetings.
Sorry,
Involving in their meetings.
sorry, I have to interrupt you. I haven't heard a clear word that you have said. So could you please?
The other activity is that of involving
Hello.
the different stakeholders in the community,
Hello.
such as community leaders, religious and traditional leaders. They are also planning to.
Mr. Interpreter, we can't hear you at all. Are you able to check your device? You're not clear.
Yes.
I don't know if you're using earphones or I don't know the device you're using. You're not very clear.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
There you're better. Don't bend. Go back where you are.
Okay.
Don't bend where you. Can you talk?
What about now?
You are perfect.
Okay, fine. Sorry. So did you get the first point? Sorry.
We did not get anything, so you have to start from zero. But do not bend. I think if you're reading, just put the paper up.
Okay, fine. Well, the community leader who presented here their action plan is Mario Filippi, and he's from Madonga locality in Jangamo district. So what they did is listing down a number of activities that they are going to carry out as part of their action plan. One of them is that in following up with the cases that have been identified in their communities of early marriages, they plan to hold kind of community judgments whereby they invite all community members together with the perpetrators, explaining the harmful impact that early marriages have in the community, and joining the perpetrators together with the whole community in their point of view will be a way of discouraging such practice in the community. And the other activity that they have planned is that holding awareness raising sessions in the community, whereby they will be promoting sexual and reproductive health rights for adolescents and youth in the community as a way of making every young person in the community to be familiarized about their rights as well as relevant information. And this, in their point of view, will help to reduce the number of girls that are engaged in early marriages, because they will be able to know or have enough information to decide whether they can or not engage on early marriages. The other activity that they have is that of revitalizing the community courts and also strengthening these, especially when it has to do with the child protection. The other activity that they have is that of holding regular meetings of exchange among the different communities to share experiences on their practice. And they see this as an opportunity for them to improve their practice over the time to address early marriages in their communities. So these were some of the ideas that they came up with as regarding to put in place their action plan. Thank you. I hope that has been clear to you.
Thank you. That was much better. Thank you. So apologies for making you repeat.
That's okay.
Letty. I think
Helen?
we're going to go to the next country.
Thank you, Zimbabwe, for a good presentation, although we had problem with internet connectivity. Just a reminder to put time frame in your develop the action plans. So, welcome another country for presentation.
Helen,
Malawi.
Helen, sorry, before that, can we check if the other countries are back? And also give opportunity for others, for those who are present, if they have any questions on the action plans presented by Mozambique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Zimbabwe back?
Zambia. Yes, we are back. We are back.
Good. Zambia. Zambia back.
Can we see everyone? I mean, Zimbabwe, if you're back, can you turn on your camera so that we could see you? Yeah.
Can you see us? Meti, are we visible now?
Yes, now, yes. So,
okay. Thank you.
Zambia, are you back? Zambia? So, for those who were present and were able to listen to the presentation from Mozambique, Helen, could you please give them the opportunity to reflect, or if they have any questions?
Thank you, Meti. For both of us, which we have had the presentation from Mozambique, welcome. If you have questions, comments, or recommendations for Mozambique, you can just raise your hand. Welcome, Meti.
So I will start by posing. I have two questions actually. The first one is, as we discussed before going out for the assignment, we said that we will be identifying gaps from our respective countries on adaptation of the AU protocols and aspiration on ending child marriage, the first task. And based on that, develop the action plan. So Mozambique listed out a number of activities, but I just wanted to be clear with the gaps they have identified in their country in terms of the AU protocols and aspirations adaptation. That's the first question. And the second one is if they have identified that gap, what actions did they put in place in their action plan to address those gaps? Thank you.
Thank you, Meti. Mozambique, welcome. Mozambique.
Boa tarde. Durante as conversas que tivemos aqui com os líderes, chegou-se à conclusão de que, em termos de discrepância legal, que era a grande preocupação, era a idade para o casamento. havia sim uma discrepância, mas com a lei de prevenção e combate às uniões prematuras, que foi domesticada a partir da lei modelo da SADC, esta discrepância já foi ultrapassada. O que é grande desafio nisto é ter centros de trânsito para as raparigas resgatadas das uniões prematuras. Não temos centros de acomodação e de trânsito e não temos um programa de empoderamento econômico destas raparigas. Estes são os pontos que os líderes vão trabalhar neles na advocacia para que realmente possam acontecer. O grande desafio que tínhamos era a idade e nós sentimos que este desafio já foi ultrapassado com a Lei 19/2019.
Okay. Yeah, hello. So try to answer the questions which were posed. To the first question on the gaps, at least based on the discussion held here by the community leaders and the youth, everyone in the room, what was realized is that the gap we used to have was as regarded to the legally established age for girls to get married. Because in the past, there were discrepancies between the laws. There was family law which established a different age from that was established from the other regulations in the county. But now, with the newly approved law 2019, which somewhat put in practice is also domesticating some of the aspects that were established by the SADC. The problem has been addressed. So now the legal age for marriage is just one, and this problem has been overcome. So this was the huge gap we had in the past, but it has been already been overcome. So what we see as some of the challenges or probably gaps that need to be addressed. One has to do with the unavailability of transit centers which could accommodate girls who have been rescued from early marriages. So we don't have these centers. And the other challenge or gap that we see has to do with the lack of economic empowerment programs, which would ultimately support these girls who have been rescued from the early marriages. So as some of the response to address these two gaps that we've identified is that of carrying out advocating campaigns to find partners who can support establishing transit centers and also partners who can help in economic empowerment programs which can ultimately benefit these rescued girls from early marriages. And thank you.
Thank you, Mozambique. Meti is a question. I hope your question has been answered.
Yes, thank you, Hila.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have any question for Mozambique from other countries? Welcome, if you have question. If no question, we can proceed to another country. Malawi. Malawi, welcome for 10 minutes presentation.
Thank you, Helen. We'll have our traditional leader present Just give us a minute. We'll just
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Malawi.
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
I am Senior Chief Chikumbu from Mulanje, from Malawi. And we have our plan here. We'll start with the gap. There's a gap, activity, time frame, responsible person. No certified child protection related bylaws. Bylaws. The activity will be follow up on the certification of bylaws with the District Child Protection Committee and technical working groups. Time frame by 11th June 2021. Responsible person, Senior Chief Ntiramanja and myself, Senior Chief Chikumbu. Poor case follow-up of child marriage related cases. Dialogue, the activity will be dialogue with different key stakeholders at tier level. That will be on 30th June 2021 and will be done by us traditional leaders, Senior Chief Ntiramanja and I myself, Chikumbu. Poor documentation of child marriage cases. And the activities, there are several activities here: designing standardized data collection tool, orientation of data collection tool, monitoring and data collection at GBH level, conduct community meetings at cluster level, targeting survivors of child marriages and community members. And that will be by 9th July 2021. And it will be done by us, traditional leaders, Senior Chief Ntiramanja and Senior Chief Chikumbu. And another activity will be, we'll have lack of support for CM survivors. And the activity will be developing a directory highlighting key stakeholders working in the community for easy referral. Meetings at ADC district and national level to lobby for increased support at central level. Follow up on authorization of CBC on psychosocial first aid support. Meeting with relevant stakeholders to lobby for the establishment of vocational skill centers. That will be by 9th July 2021, 16th July 2021, 24th June 2021. And another one is from, we have got another activity, I jumped one. Meeting with relevant stakeholders to lobby for the establishment of vocational skills centers. And it will be from 6th August 2021, and it will be done by I, myself, and Senior Chief in Tilamanja. Resources for traditional leaders towards ending child marriages. Meeting with MPs to lobby for special funding to be channeled towards the fighting against child marriages. From 13th August ongoing, and by us traditional leaders, Chigumbu and Ntamanda. And AU protocols, national registrations are not popularized. Awareness campaigns from 20th June ongoing by Senior Chief Ntamanda is Chigumbu. And we have the messages here. That was our work plan, and now messages. 1, stop. Let's stop child marriages. 2, it's against the Constitution of Malawi to get married before the age of 18. 3, if I cannot vote, I cannot get married. 4, it is everyone's responsibility to protect a child. 5, it is young people's responsibility to prevent child marriages. 6, young people should speak up and report cases of child marriages. 7, chiefs should not consent marriages of children below the age of 18. Amen.
Amen.
Helen, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Team Malawi, for a good presentation and for very nice messages. I welcome Meti. Meti had a question. Welcome, Meti.
No, actually, I don't have any particular questions, but Zambia has joined us. Just wanted to let you know that. But I think if possible, if Alan Kisa, can you project the action plan so that other participants who have questions may, in the meantime, ask questions? Yeah. If that's possible, but if not, you could share the action plans and the key messages via email. Thank you.
I'll share with you, Meti.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Do we have questions for Mozambique? Do we have questions for Mozambique?
Malawi? Malawi.
Yo, yes, for Malawi. Sorry. Questions for Malawi or comments or any recommendation? Welcome. No question. So let's proceed to another country. Welcome, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, are you there?
Yes, we are.
Welcome for a 10 minutes presentation.
Can you see us now?
No, not yet. Yes, we can see you now.
Good afternoon. This is Munenura. I'm an aide to Chief Madziwa. So our deliberations on the gaps that exist in our laws, we have the non-alignment of laws, like what Chief Mutasa is earlier on alluded to. The age of consent is at 16 years, and the age of marriage is at 18 years. So these laws need to be aligned so that there won't be any contradictions. And also, our marriage bill is taking long to be made into an act. So there is need to speed up all this. And the second area is the lack of empowerment on chiefs to make bylaws. And the third one is limited knowledge on the part of chiefs in the making of the bylaws. So these are the areas that we managed to identify. So we now go on to our action plan.
Okay, just a minute as we are trying to share the screen. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
We can see your screen with all your documents.
Yeah.
All the documents.
Yes, we can see your folder, your desktop folder.
But we've picked a particular.
I think what you need to do is close, just leave, stop sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Stop sharing so that you don't see, and then go share. Can you, in the share, can you see the PowerPoint on it? Click on it.
Yeah, okay.
There you are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Over.
Right, so our action plan, the activity is advocacy and engagement of provincial and national chiefs council for speedy alignment of the laws. This has to be done by the traditional leaders that we have in the house, specifically Chief Mutasa and Chief Bushu. We expect this to be done by July 2021 because our chiefs, they hold periodic meetings and we are sure one of the meetings is coming up quite soon. The resources that are needed are the venue and transport. We expect the follow-ups to be made by the local government, the CSO, and the ministry. Then again, we expect to engage with the First Lady on the alignment of the laws during the Nanga programming. Our First Lady is launching a program on the Nanga concept. So she's going around the country with this program. So we expect the chief's wives to be the ones who will be doing this, because specifically, these are the ones who are going to carry out the Nanga concept. Then we expect this to be done by December 2021. Then the resources, we need the venue and transport. Follow-ups are to be made by the local government, CSO, and the ministry. Then again, on the activity, we need to lobby for the chiefs to make bylaws. I understand our laws at the moment do not empower the chiefs to make these bylaws. So there's need for that advocacy. So we expect to take up this with the Chiefs Council, and we expect chiefs like Chief Bushu, Chief Mtasa, Chief Madziva, and Chief Makumbe. And we expect this to be done by December 2021. And our resources include the venue and transport. Again, the follow-up is to be done by the local government, CSO, and the ministry. Then another activity is the engagement of local authorities to embrace and endorse commitments. These are bylaws on ending child marriages. So we expect this to be done by the Chiefs Council by December 2021. And our resources, venue and transport, follow-ups are to be made by the local government, CSO, and the ministry. Then finally, capacity building on bylaws compilation. Like we said, our chiefs need education on how to come up with bylaws. So we expect the Chiefs Council to do this, and we expect this to be done by December 2021. And our resources, venue and transport. On the follow-up, we expect the local government, CSO, and the ministry. Thank you so much.
Thank you for a nice presentation. I'm allowing Zimbabwe. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for a nice presentation. I'm allowing questions from other countries. If you have any question in regard to their action planning and declaration, welcome. Questions, comments, you are welcome. Meti, welcome.
I just wanted to thank you, Zimbabwe, for your presentation. My question is on the timeline. So Zimbabwe have put the timeline for each activity on December 2021, which seems 6 months from now on. Is that, do they have the reason for that? Because yeah, that's one of my questions. I guess if I have, I will come back later.
Okay, thank you, Meti, for the question. Yes, we've put our timeline as December 2021, because if you have noticed, we've just chosen to concentrate on the major gaps that are there. And because of the numbers, we are able, because they're not a lot, we're looking just at about 3 of them. That's why we have a timeline that is up to December. And also we mentioned that for the alignment of the laws and all, we have an ongoing activity where the First Lady is going around the country, launching the Nanga concept and working with the chiefs' wives. So this is ongoing, and we are very sure by the end of December, it will be done. And the marriage bill, we have indicated it's taking long, so we don't want to put our timeline very far away, because for us it's an emergency and it has to be addressed as early as possible. So we've decided together with the chiefs that it's better that we really make this an emergency and start taking action to see to it that it's really converted into an act. Thank you.
So Precious, if I got you right, the activities will run, but December 2021 will be like the end of the timeline. or is it going to start on December 2021?
Okay, we mean that by that time it will have been done. So we are starting from tomorrow, the time between tomorrow and December. That's when all the activities will be done. But by the time we come to December 2021, we expect all these action plans to have been done during that lifespan that is left between now and December.
Okay, over to you, Helen.
Thank you, Meti. Do you have any question for Zimbabwe?
Yes, Malawi has a question. They have raised their hand.
Malawi, welcome, Malawi.
Funso langa kwa Zimbabwe ndiloti apapa tikugonawo maactivity amene akachitire amene akapange koma message inayonse kwa amene akuapitirawo sitikuonapo mameseji ali kuti nanga akaoza zotani anthu amene akuayenderapo.
All right, thank you so much. That's our young person asking the question. She's saying she's appreciative of the action plan that Zimbabwe has presented. It specifies the activity, who's responsible, the required resources, as well as who is targeted and who will be followed up on. But then what are the particular messages that are going to these people? Maybe Zimbabwe can consider also the key messages. Thank you.
Thank you, Malawi.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. We have already some key messaging that we are running around with. And for us, it was not a gap. That's why we didn't mention the key messaging, but we are agreeable that it's very important to move with key messaging on our advocacy. But we didn't mention it because it's not a gap on our part. But we are agreeable that is important because we're already working on that. Thank you, over.
Thank you, Zimbabwe. Malawi, are you satisfied? Malawi?
Yes, Helen, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for a very nice presentation.
Thank you, Helen. We're going to remove our stop sharing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And now it's time for Tanzania. Welcome, Tanzania, to present on the action plan. Can you all see our action plan?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The title of our action plan is Traditional Leaders Action Plan on Ending Child Marriage. At wards Lumemo, Kibaoni, Ifakara, Signali, Mbasa, Michenga, and Pangalala at Kilombero District, Morogoro Region. And our action plan have a time frame of 1 year from June 2021 to May 2022. Number one, activities: conduct community sensitization meetings on ending child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Implementation strategy: holding community sensitization meetings at primary schools and secondary schools, mosques, churches, and community gathering spaces. Location is at 7 wards: Lumemo, Kibaoni, Fakala, Signali, Mbasa, Michenga, and Pangalal. And time will be quarterly. Implemented as is traditional leaders, planning international, Wales, that is ward executive officers, ward education officers, village executive officers, community development officers, Mtakua committee, and the requirements are stationaries, transport, and public addressing system. Activity number 2, use of printed messages to disseminate proper information on ending child marriage. Implementation strategy: develop posters, leaflets, banners, brochures, and distribute to the community. Location is again to the 7 wards. Time is also quarterly, and the implementers are almost the same: traditional leaders, Plan International, ward executive officers, ward education officers, village executive officers, village chairpersons, community development officers, and Mtakua committee. Requirements will be stationaries, transport, and PA system. Activity number 3 will be conduct campaign on the importance of birth certificates to children. And here will be to support a mobile campaign on registering birth certificates for children, but also provide cooperation to the administrative leadership to ensure accessibility to basic birth registration information. The location is also on 7 wards, and time frame is going to be quarterly. Implementers are going to be traditional leaders, ward executive officers, ward education officers, village executive officers, community development officers, Mtakua members, and youth from 10 to 18 years. And the requirements are stationaries, transport, and PA system. Activity number 4, conduct concerts aiming at raising youth awareness and increase their involvement on ending child marriage. When we will be holding community sessions with the total youth participation on various perspectives, that is entertainments, declarations, social integrations.
Hello.
Messages. Yes.
Lynn, kindly mute.
And the time is also quarterly. The implementers will be traditional leaders, Planning International, selected youth from 7 wards, community development officers, and children clubs. Activity number 5 is use of media, local radio and television to disseminate knowledge based on AU protocols. We are going to conduct meetings to raise awareness of media presenters on ending child marriage. The location is on the 7 wards. The time is going to be monthly, and implementers, traditional leaders, planning, international government officials, and media presenters. Requirements are stationaries, transport, and public addressing system. Activity number 6, facilitate village and ward Mtakuwa committees develop action plan to end child marriage in their respective areas. When we will be providing financial and technical support on development of village and ward action plans. The location will be on the same 7 wards. The time is quarterly, and the implementers will be traditional leaders, Plan International, ward executive officers, village executive officers, community development officers, and Mtakuwa members. Requirements are stationaries, transport, activity number 7, monitoring and evaluation on the implementation of the action plan. Meeting with Mtakuwa committees and traditional leaders on sharing the success or challenges and the way forward. The location is again on 7 wards. The time will be quarterly, and the implementers are going to be traditional leaders, Plan International, ward executive officers, village executive officers, community development officers, and Mtakuwa members. And the requirements are going to be stationaries, transport, and transport refund. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Tanzania, for a good presentation. Welcome. If you have any answers, I cannot see if anyone has raised their hand because of the screen sharing. Welcome for question and comments. Welcome, Meti.
It seems like I'm the only one asking, but I can't pass this opportunity to ask. And I really would like to encourage everyone to really engage and discuss in this session, please. But my question is the timeline that you have given us is like on quarterly basis. So we need to, my comment is that the timeline has to be specific. Maybe mentioning the months would be good, because quarterly is, we don't know which quarter that you're referring. That's my first comment. So in one of in one of the actions that you have put, you said use of media to disseminate information on the AU protocols. Maybe to make it specific, we could say the AU protocols aspirations in relation to ending child marriage. Otherwise, it would be general, which protocols we're talking about and the like. So that's also another comment that I have. Yeah, thank you, Helen. But I think we should give opportunity for others also to reflect. Maybe you could invite countries by calling them.
Yeah. Yes. To begin with, Malawi. Malawi, welcome. Welcome for comments or questions. Malawi?
There are no comments from Malawi. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. Mozambique?
Yes, we have a young people has a question. I will invite her.
Eu gostaria de saber, será que realmente essas atividades vamos conseguir concretizar sem a ajuda ou sem o apoio do projeto? Porque são atividades que, de alguma forma, exigem um apoio, um subsídio. Então, eu queria entender, será que essas atividades, esse plano de ação é dos líderes ou é do projeto? Porque eu não estou a perceber essa parte. Obrigada.
Well, the question that was raised by this young lady is that if the activity that the group, I think that was Tanzania presenting, right?
Yes.
So if the activities that have listed in their action plan, they said their action plan activities will be carried out from 2021 to 2022, considering that the project will finish before that. So the question is, are these activities only of the community leaders or of the project? Taking into the consideration that these activities also need the financial support to be carried out. So how is this going to be handled? Over to you.
Thank you. We will have one of our traditional leader who will answer the question.
Well, I can provide some explanations on behalf of my Tanzania team on the reason why we planned to implement these activities. So based on the first question, on the time for the implementation, as we presented, our plan is for 1 year. But the implementation time for every activity, we planned to implement it in the term of quarterly basis. It means we plan to start it on next month, on June, then for three months, then the next stage will implement the same activity on September, following the same series for this series of 3 months for every activity as we have presented. And but we saw that it is somehow hard to display every month. It means for the whole year we have at least 5 sessions for every activities, but divided in 1 session per 3 months. That is all. Local medias on the AU protocols. So what we planned is to prepare some topics and we'll present it occasionally following the programs of our radio. So we'll be discussing in our team, then we prepare a topic, then we go with it for the programs in our media, on our media. And the next participant who asked about that the project is ending on December this year, 2021. But why we Tanzanian developed the plan for the whole year until the June next year. So we did it for the sustainability of our activities. And because we are the local leaders, the traditional leaders, we thought that we can implement it even the end of our project, then we can make a continuation of our activities. And if we can get support from the organization Plan International, or from other CSOs, or from the government, or from other stakeholders, we hope we can continue implementing our activities even after the end of this project. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, our traditional leader from Tanzania. Do we have any questions or comments to Tanzanian team? Yeah, I hope there's no questions. So let me welcome Team Zambia. Zambia, welcome for presenting your action plans and declaration. Welcome.
Thank you.
Zambia, can you hear us?
Zambia, your camera is off and we can't hear you. Zambia, can you hear us? Team Zambia.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, but we're in satellite location. So I would like to believe it's just a connection issue. I believe they're trying to share the screen. Do you see that feedback coming in?
We can see a Zoom United screen. So tell them to stop sharing and then I can walk them through getting a screen.
Okay.
So Zambia, you click share screen and then you will see a couple of documents showing on your screen and then click on the documents you want to share. Can you hear me, Zambia?
Yes, we can. We are aware of how to share the screen, but it's just the network that's an issue. So may you kindly be patient with us, please?
Okay, okay.
Yes. Well, we are together, but in 2 different rooms, but we are together, yes.
Ah, okay, okay.
We're trying to share the screen. How do you turn off the video?
I have a suggestion. If it's not possible.
Hello.
I think they can speak if it is not possible to share.
Maybe they can email us and then we will try to share. Maybe Milumbe, you can email it to me and then I can try to share.
Okay. So what having challenges having the video and sharing at the same time. So I think it's the internet is very unstable. But we can start.
The following is the as I would say that our action plan covers 7 items. The first one talks about harmonization of laws, that is both statutory and customary law, and indeed mainly legal gaps. Lobby government to quickly enact the Child Code Bill and the Marriage Act. All royal highnesses have to be involved in this, and this has to be done by October 2021. Resources, they are available, yes. Human resource, House of Chiefs, play the role. The potential barriers that we may face at the moment are temporal dissolution of House of Chiefs and indeed Parliament as a result of our pending general elections that are coming on the 12th of August 2021. Report to plan international as requested. And item 2, traditional leaders for all the 286 chiefs we have in the country without marriage to share best practices and develop bylaws, lobby to government and stakeholders to hold a traditional leaders in Dava on ending child marriages. All royal highnesses have to participate, and that's going to be by October 2021. Resources, yes, they could be available. Human resource chiefs, human resource, the House of Chiefs. The ICAP would be the temple right above, where the temporal dissolution of House of Chiefs and indeed the general elections that are pending. Report is to Plan International as requested. Item number part of 2, we have the conduct chief exchange visits among all the 286 chiefs among the various provinces to share best practice to adopt. And item number 3 talks about capacity building of the royal highnesses in legal literacy and techniques in effective methodologies of combating child marriages and teenage pregnancies. When time frame, train royal highnesses in the relevant legal provisions, techniques, and methodologies on ending child marriages and teenage pregnancies. All royal highnesses have to participate. Time frame should be by October 2021. Human resources, House of Chiefs, civil society organizations, and indeed Plan International, of course, with government under MOCTA. Temporal disclosure of chiefs, House of Chiefs and the general elections would be the hindrance. Then finally, on the column, we report to Plan International as requested. There is also the need to establish and train PALAS GBV, that is gender-based violence secretariats to curb this case. Item number 4, chiefdom resource mobilization. Formation and the registration of all chiefdoms okay. People responsible are all royal highnesses. When should it be reviewed? That should be July 2021. You help? Yes. Design layout, human and financial resources. The report should go to MOCTA. Item number 5, engagement activities, engagement of youths, religious leaders, and men on child marriage issues. Reference, conduct community awareness, campaign and trainings on child marriage matters. Those involved, all royal highnesses and the youths, the religious leaders, and the men. Time frame by September 2021. Sources, yes. Human and financial resources. What the hindrance is general elections, as we said above, that are pending. The report is to MOCTA and Plan International. Item number 6, activity, monitoring and evaluation. The activity is to develop monitoring and evaluation of tools for monitoring child marriage matters in chiefdoms. all Royal Highnesses and Plan International participate. September 2021 is the time frame. Resources, human and financial resources. Report to Mokta and Plan International.
Zambia, we can't hear you. You're muted.
By December 2021. Sources, yes. Human and financial resources should be involved.
Zambia, we cannot hear you. You are muted. Zambia.
Knowledge to end child marriage in Zambia need to be multi-sectoral with a particular focus.
Zambia, we cannot hear you.
Customize the adoption of the Maputo Protocol
Is everyone hearing Zambia?
No. They're muted.
African law, child marriage. Third,
Zambia, please, Milumbe, we can't hear.
In help.
The chief speaking. I think the
improving their general welfare and enhancing opportunities available to them. Fourth, of girls and boys shall be prohibited and take effective action, including legislation to specify the minimum age of marriage to be 18 and to make registration of all marriages in an official registry compulsory. Lastly, create multi-sectoral systems for ending child marriages that will help to curb social, cultural, and endemic harmful practice within our chiefdoms. This has been our declaration.
Thank you, Team Zambia, for a presentation. Although at the end of presentation, due to internet connectivity, we didn't get all the points you were presenting. I hope the PC from Zambia will share it to the required place. We'll share the action plan to the required place.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. I welcome questions for Team Zambia. Other countries, I will be mentioning each country. So if you have a question, you are welcome to ask. I'm starting with Malawi. Malawi, do you have a question?
No question.
No question. No question. Thank you. Mozambique. Mozambique, do you have a question or recommendation? Mozambique.
Boa tarde. É assim, uma das atividades que foi aqui dita foi desenvolver metodologias de como faremos para acabar com as uniões prematuras. E nós estamos a fazer um plano de ação para acabar com uniões prematuras. Então, eu não entendi essa atividade vai fazer o que dentro disso. Porque estamos a fazer um plano de advocacia para acabar com as uniões prematuras. E dentro do nosso plano, vamos colocar como uma das atividades desenvolver metodologias de como... Então, não estou a entender. O que está a acontecer aqui? Não estou a entender. Ou estamos a fazer um outro plano de advocacia por dentro do plano de advocacia. Isso não faz muito sentido. Então, não estou a perceber. Não sei se podem me esclarecer. Thank you.
Well, in simple terms, he wants Zambia to clarify the question on methodologies that they mentioned throughout the presentation of their action plan. So she would like them to clarify more on that. It was not really clear to her.
Thank you.
Just in simple terms.
Thank you, Mozambique. Team Zimbabwe, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Yes, I would like to clarify. Okay, the most important thing is that we have a subject, and the subject is child marriage. And if the subject is child marriage, we have to know how to deliver messages. So like in Zambia, we have the skills that are supposed to be imparted unto chiefs for them to effectively manage, to disseminate and train people regarding the issues of child marriage. For example, we have what we are using in Zambia with the origin from the Swahili-speaking countries, the SASA methodology. In Kiswahili, SASA, as we learned, means now. And so with the SASA, we have got different skills or methodologies. For example, the first S stands for start. And then A stands for awareness. Then the next S stands for support. And then action. So each category has got skills and there is training which is supposed to be given. So these are the skills and methodologies that we are talking about. So we need empowerment of the chiefs and the other skills that we need, a variety of them. If there is any question or more clarity needed, ask so that we explain. But we believe we are supposed to be skilled. And apart from that, in Zambia, the House of Chiefs has partnered with one university, and we have together developed a diploma program to empower chiefs with the skills of how to run their chiefdoms and other resources in the chiefdom at diploma level up to certificate of attendance, depending on the competences that are required for chiefs to enter university. And as we speak now, 43 chiefs are undergoing that training, which is a diploma program in traditional leadership. So this is what we mean.
Thank you. Thank you, Zambia, for good clarifications. I'm welcoming other questions from other countries. One of our young people here have a question too.
Machief kutembeleana, je, inaingiliana vipi na AU aspiration?
Our young people, our young people asked that she heard that one of the activity is about chief exchange visits. So she's asking how is that relates to the AU aspirations.
Is it okay? Okay. Oh, thank you. That is a very good question coming from a youth. Now, I would like to mention that we have indicated that there is need for capacity building. There is need for chiefs to develop bylaws. Now, you can only develop bylaws if you see in practice the best practices that other people are doing. Hearing and seeing are two different things, because during meetings, people share. For example, we have shared that we have bylaws, okay, from Zambia. Malawi has shared the same. Zimbabwe, all countries have shared that they're doing very well. But have we seen how they are doing on the ground so that we are motivated and then copy or emulate some of the things that they are doing, learn how certain things are working well so that we can carry on. So we believe that exchanging visits is something which is in line with AU aspirations, because it encourages sharing best practices that can inform our action into developing bylaws and other best practices. I thank you.
Thank you, Zambia, for a good clarification to this question. And thank you so much for a nice presentation.
Thank you. We shall even come to Tanzania so that we come and see what Tanzania is doing in practice, and then carry some meat, some action, some best practices to implement here in Zambia. And then thereafter, Tanzania also comes to Zambia, we share so that we leave no gap in our act or call to service. I thank you.
Welcome, Chief. Okay, do anyone have any question? Okay, thank you so much for the presentation from all the countries. We heard what they presented in relation to AU aspiration and the expectation. So the action points, I believe, are going to be implemented in our chiefdom levels. Just a recommendation from my side, for clear understanding of these action plans for the countries which have not included is a timeline in their action plans. Please include the timeline for the activities so as we know when the activity will begin. Because if we say quarterly, we have many quarters in a year. But if we mention a specific month, maybe to begin in June or July, it will show a clear picture of when the activity is going to begin. Meti, do you have any addition to our country's presentations?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Do you have any addition, Meti?
Maybe for each country to share with us their action plans and declarations. Had we been in one venue, we could have compiled it and shared the full declaration by today, but since we are in different locations and we can't do that, the option that we have is to collect from each country and put it into one document. So I kindly urge each country to incorporate some of the comments and questions raised in each of their action plans and also declarations. But I think it's only Zambia and Malawi that have shared their declarations, if I'm not mistaken. Or do we have also Tanzania?
Not yet from Tanzania, yeah.
Yes, so we want every country to complete the activity. Maybe the time was not enough. The time we have given was not enough to complete all the tasks, but I hope we will be able to get the completed action plans with the comments that were provided during the discussion and plus the declaration. And if each country could forward it to me and Zacharias, not late than Monday, because we will also need it for incorporating it to the report and also for us for the publication of the newsletter. Yeah, so I just wanted to comment on that. But other than that, if you could give one round of chance to each country, that would be nice. Yeah, before concluding your session. And Helen, thank you for the excellent facilitation. I am very happy that you were able to take us through this long process this afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Meti. Thank you, Meti, for the recommendations. I know all the countries heard what we are supposed to do after here. I want to welcome Mozambique for just 1 minute to speak anything or comment on anything or recommend anything in regard to our session today. Welcome.
And also remember they're supposed to cheer for the traditional leaders. That's what we have agreed this morning. They said they will do it in the afternoon.
Meti, I cannot hear you, please.
Okay, so we have agreed with Mozambique this morning that they will do the cheering in the afternoon. So maybe they will also do that while they provide their comments.
Welcome, Mozambique.
Do we have Mozambique with us? I
Yes.
can't. Octavia, can you hear us? Okay, maybe give the opportunity to another country until Mozambique join.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Malawi, welcome.
Thanks, Meti. Just for Malawi, we don't have any further comments following this session that we've had, but we've taken into consideration, I think all the comments that were given. Thank you.
Thank you, Malawi. Back to you, Mozambique.
Muito obrigada pela oportunidade de aprendermos de outros países, de outros líderes tradicionais. Acreditamos que houve alguma aprendizagem e algo de novo também conseguimos transmitir e vamos juntos lutar contra as uniões prematuras.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with the different countries, also with the traditional leaders. This was a learning and experience for us. We've taken a lot from this session that we'll be able to use in our work in eliminating early marriages. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Mozambique. Welcome, Zambia.
We have our chief here.
I'll speak for the team here. What I have to say is that the day's deliberations have been very, very fruitful and indeed appreciated. What we did not know has come out from for the benefit of everyone. And I know as we return back to our palaces, positive results are expected from our action plans. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I welcome also Tanzania.
Asante. Kwanza napenda kutoa shukrani za pekee kwa shirika kwa kuandaa mafunzo haya. Yameweza kutusaidia viongozi wa kijamii pamoja na vijana kuweza kutujengea uwezo au maoni kwamba ikiwezekana waendelee kutoa elimu zaidi kwa viongozi wa kijamii pamoja na vijana ili waweze kujinusuru katika janga hili kwa kutokomeza mimba na ndoa za utotoni. Asante.
She's saying that she's thanking Plan International for creating this platform whereby traditional leaders share experience from different countries. And she's requesting if it is possible to keep on creating awareness and capacitate them, traditional leaders, to keep on creating awareness in the community. We think that was one of the traditional leaders from Tanzania. One of the country which has not spoken, I think it's Zimbabwe. Welcome, Zimbabwe.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Pamela Mtsago, village head, Zimbabwe. Tungotendawo nezvataita nhasi. Dai kungoti nganguramba tichizviita, tinotadzidza zvakawanda kubva paworkshop meeting ine. Saka tinongoti dai mangoramba tichingosangana, tichingoexchangeawo kuenda countries mamwe dai zvichiita kudaro. Masvita, thank you.
All right, so this is village head Pamela Musago from Marangi, one of the wards of the 18+. Sure, she's just appreciating that it's been a good time where people were exchanging ideas, and she also wishes that events permitting, at one time we'll also meet face to face and exchange even more ideas. Thank you.
I thank you, Zimbabwe, and all other countries for your nice presentations. We have, welcome, Meti, for question. I can see your hand. Welcome. Meti, we cannot hear you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so
could you please also give the opportunity for Lee from the Center of Excellence? We would like to hear from her as well, if she's ready, before you conclude your session.
Thank you, Meti. Lynn, welcome. Welcome to talk to the traditional leaders from the 4 countries. Lynn?
Lynn, are you with us?
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Lynn.
Okay. Meti had to put me on the spot. This has been an amazing 2 days. Being able to see such a huge commitment from traditional leaders, you know, reaffirming their commitment, you know, to doubling efforts to ending child marriage and to address teenage pregnancies is just unbelievably overwhelming. We cannot thank our leadership enough in regards to all their efforts to help assist curb the vice. From the Center of Excellence and, you know, with all the country efforts that have come into play, it has been such an honor to see that our traditional leadership throughout these last 2 days have been very, very dedicated and devoted and have given all their time and have left the important duties in their chiefdoms to come and meet with us today and to together come up with solutions and amicable solutions on how to move forward. From my end, really, I am sincerely honored to be a part of this audience. And we have learned so much, and it's just been so overwhelming to see that our traditional leaders are speaking, not just for us, but for little girls and boys out there that are still coming, and the little girls and boys that are growing. I think yesterday, I heard His Royal Highness Chief Mabamba say that, you know, we should work tirelessly to ensure that we are not robbing our children of their childhood. That's one quote that has really stuck in my mind. And realistically speaking, child marriage has been such a negative vice that has robbed so many children across the globe from living their lives to full potential. With that said, on my end, we are very committed to ensuring that we provide the necessary support that you will require, you know, and we are here to consolidate your efforts to ensure that this vice is curbed. Indeed, as we all declared, 2030 being a child marriage, a world with no child marriage cases is a possibility and not wishful thinking. So from my end, I sincerely would like to thank you very much. And thank you so much, Meti, and all the countries and our traditional leadership. We really honor you and are very appreciative. From me, that's all I needed to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Over to you, Helen, to conclude the session. You conclude the session and we will move to the next, yeah.
Thank you, Lynn. We have reached the end of this session. We have shared a lot of things, a lot of issues, and I believe the action plans are going to be well implemented at our chiefdom levels in the community. Also, I would like to thank you everyone in this meeting, the traditional leaders, the young people, government officials, plant staff, and all other participants who attended this meeting and contributed to different topics which were discussed. This is the end of the session. Over to you, Meti.
Thank you very much, Helen, for your excellent facilitations throughout the afternoon and for encouraging each country to contribute to this session. Thank you so much. We have reached at the time where we will be almost closing or concluding our today's meetings. I would like to thank everyone for your participation, contribution, and for all the efforts that were put in the preparation for this meeting. Countries, everyone, project coordinators, I can't even start, words are not even enough to thank you for your contribution for the preparation as well as the deliberation of this meeting. Traditional leaders, Your Royal Highness, thank you so much, as Lynn mentioned earlier, for deciding to join us, leaving your responsibilities at chiefdom level to share your experiences, your wonderful works with regards to ending child marriage. I would really like to thank you, and I would like to say that we will collaborate in our future activities as well. So without further ado, I would really like to give the floor to Janie to invite our speaker to the floor to give us a closing remark to conclude our meeting. Thank you. Janie?
I am here. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we go, we need to try to think like children a little bit. So all of us, let's stand up. And then Malawi, because today you guys were super late for the meeting in the afternoon because you are eating, you're going to lead us with a song, and then we want to see some of you dance as we finish this. I'm sure there's a song that is sung across Southern Africa that is common. So I want to see people standing up. Stefano, probably you can lead us with this song. The other thing is I know most of you in that room. Stefano, Mark Knight, you can come and lead us with a song so we can finish with a bang. Mozambique, don't shut your cameras. We're waiting for you guys to sing. I let the Zambians, you know, Zambians, they have the energy. Where is Lynn? She's left. Let's all dance, and then after that, we're going to invite the Afumu from Malawi to close for us.
Can you stand? Stand up. 18 plus BMZ.
Mozambique and Tanzania and Zimbabwe singing. Malibo. Malibongwe. Zimbabwe. I can't see you guys dancing. I can't see Zambia singing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Zambia, you guys have the energy. I think you're the next one to sing. But as we finish up, I am going to call the chief from Malawi to give us the closing remarks. And then after that, Sam is going to give us the closing remarks. Afumu from Malawi.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm happy, but sad that I will not hear your voice again.
You're not sure?
You have to come to Malawi. We need you to Malawi. First of all, I would like to thank God for enabling us to meet, to have an interaction, and to have this Zoom meeting. I thank Plan for organizing this meeting. The meeting has been really, it was some sort of a school on its own. As in Malawi, we have learned a lot from our dear friends. And we know that we will put it into practice, all what we have been taken from this meeting. The work plan we have planned is not just a rubber stamp, but we will do it. We will do all the actions that we have planned, the activities we have planned. I wish you all the Royal Highnesses a good travel to your chiefdoms and good health. I would like once more to thank Plan International and all the facilitators. We had a good facilitator here, Stefano. And I would like also to thank you, Jennifer, for being a good rapporteur. We have really enjoyed interacting with you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So thank you so much. So next, I'm going to invite Sam. Sam, actually, we've not heard your voice the whole day. I think you should sing for us, and then you give us the closing remarks. Sam? Sam?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, we've not heard your voice the whole day. I think you can sing for us a little bit, and then you can close us for us.
Yes, because I've been listening. I think that is what I promised myself to do, to come in and listen and enjoy everything that our Royal Highnesses have for us. Actually, I didn't want to speak the whole of today. I thought it was their day. I thought it was one of the things we wanted to promote. But let me start by saying a big thank you to your Royal Highnesses, our country teams, our partners, my colleague Zacharias and Meti, especially for putting all of this together. It's been an amazing 2 days of interaction. The energy is still there, as you keep saying, Jennifer. The commitment is there, the passion is there. And I think what we want to say is that we all have what it takes to be able to bring an end to child marriage. Children are supposed to be children, they're not supposed to be child brides. And I think that is what we've all committed ourselves to do. And so the action plans are there to help us to move to the next steps. I've been to many meetings, and what we end up doing with the action plans is we just leave them without going back to them. But I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be holding ourselves accountable to the action plans. Plan will continue to support whatever in whichever way we can to make sure that these don't stay and remain on our decks, but they actually get implemented. We'll continue to provide opportunities and platform for our Royal Highnesses to be able to share, but also to engage in ways that would bring this practice to an end. As I said in the beginning, Plan is committed together with our partners and our stakeholders to make sure that we are supporting initiatives that drive down the driving forces and the demand forces for engaging in child marriage, but also in other gender-based violence that we experience especially with COVID. And so let's continue to work together. And as we leave from here, I believe we're going to have new energy and passion to continue to implement what we have already started. I would want to also thank you, Jennifer. It's always been fun working with you. All the opportunities and platforms you provide, you engage in the processes and you make it look like what it really have to be. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everyone. Our country teams. I'm not sure if we have Rebecca on the call, but our GNO colleagues as well. We are grateful to everyone, and let's ensure that as we go, we make it our goal to ensure that child marriage is eradicated within our generation. Thank you. Safe trip for those who will be traveling back, and for those who are having yes to drive home. We also wish you safe journeys back, but we'll miss this opportunity, and we're looking forward to the moment when we'll have our face-to-face, I mean real face-to-face, seeing each other and sharing these experiences again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Let's all clap for Sam. And let's all stand up, people. Let's all stand up. We have to clap. Zambia, we need your energy here. Lean, where are you? Lean, where are you with the energy? We need to finish with a bang. So you guys didn't dance when you were singing Malibongo, and now you guys have to sing. We have to sing a song together.
You want us to sing a song?
Yes, we have to finish. Afumu, we finish community meetings with a song. That's an African thing to do. Malawi, stand up. Malawi, stand up. Zimbabwe, stand up. Everybody stand up. Okay. Volleyball. I can't hear you guys. I'm singing alone. Yeah. Okay, let's see. You're not clapping. I'm also from Southern Africa and I know the song. Okay, who is singing? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I love the energy. We have the energy. The Tanzanians are still singing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Meti, over to you. Okay, we need to join the Tanzanians. They are singing, people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Meti? I can't hear you, Meti.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. I don't think I have anything else to say after the speakers before me. Have a safe trip for those traveling. And thank you so much for the 2 days learning experiences. So bye-bye, till next time. hopefully in person.
Bye. Yes, have a safe one.
Yes.
Everyone.
Bye, thank you. Have a safe one.
Bye.